Hi guys. Occasionally, as wood floor guys, we have to cut something else other than wood. And this morning, I have to rip down some aluminum, and I'm going to do it on my table saw. Now, as you know, and I know, it's not the best thing, and you get metal shards flying all over the place. But this little method will help you do it safely and will not have stuff flying at your face. So what I have here is I have a 1/16 by 1/2 inch bar, which I'm going to split in half. And to do that, I'm going to use a auxiliary fence that is absolutely flat to the table. I have a 0 clearance kerf table, which I made out of 1/8 inch plywood. You can see here the blade just comes right out of the hole all by itself. And the trick is here. I took a scrap block of wood and I made a notch in it that sits exactly the same thickness and width of my aluminum bar. So this is what's going to hold the piece down to the table, what's going to hold it against the fence, and what's going to keep it from flying debris in my face when I do the cut. So I'm going to show you how that cut works now after some close-ups of the setup. That's the auxiliary fence, which is snug down to the table. And then I have here already slotted a piece of 1/8 inch plywood. And you can see that there's no gap between the plywood and the fence, so it's a nice tight fit. This is an image of the notch in my piece of white oak. And you can see that the bar sits flush to the notch. And the piece of wood's long enough just for me to get a good support workpiece. And on the notch side of my oak piece, you can see the teeth are just going into the depth of the notch. Okay, I've already split this one just so you can see that the teeth are just clearing the thickness of the aluminum. So with the piece in place and the aluminum traveling underneath that notch, it's going to cut inside here safely and without throwback of any aluminum chips to my face. And for that, I'm going to run a piece for you now. Okay, so you see that that's a pretty safe way to cut little thin strips of metal. With this method, I was able to cut all these little thin strips safely and without any metal flying back in my face. Now you can also apply this to wood thin strips as well. In any case, if you're going to cut metal on your saw blade, remember that's the last time you're going to use that saw blade on wood. You're going to need to change the blade. So that's what I'm going to have to do next on my table saw. Well, until next time, I hope you guys have great luck out there. See ya.